Close your eyes now and let the world outside begin to fade, like the last notes of a distant song dissolving into silence. Feel the weight of your body, heavy and warm, sinking deeper into the surface beneath you, as if the earth itself is rising up to meet you, to hold you, to keep you safe. And in the quiet that follows, allow your breath to slow, to deepen, to become the only rhythm that matters in this moment. Inhale softly, drawing in the stillness, the calm, the gentle hush of a world at rest. Exhale slowly, releasing every thought, every worry, every whisper of tension that no longer serves you. And as you breathe, imagine a single point of light, small and steady, glowing softly in the center of your chest. This light is yours, and it has always been yours. A quiet ember of peace that has waited patiently for you to notice it again. It does not flicker. It does not waver. It simply is, a steady, warm presence, like the glow of a candle in a room without wind. And as you focus on this light, feel it begin to expand, just a little, like the first rays of dawn spreading across a sleeping sky. It grows brighter, but not harshly, not with force, but with the soft certainty of something that knows its own strength. And with each breath, this light stretches further, filling your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, until your entire body hums with its gentle radiance. Now imagine this light is not just inside you, but around you, a sphere of golden warmth that cradles you like a cocoon. It shields you from the noise of the world, from the rush of time, from the weight of things left undone. And within this sphere, there is only this moment, only this breath, only the quiet certainty that you are exactly where you need to be. The air here is thick with the scent of aged cedar and crushed petals, a fragrance so rich it feels like breathing in liquid silk. And beneath you, the floor is not solid, but a membrane of suspended mist, cool and yielding, giving just enough to cradle your body without letting you sink. This is the chamber of unwoven threads, a place that exists beyond time, beyond space, beyond the reach of anything that could disturb your peace. The walls here are not made of wood or stone, but of something older, something that remembers the first forests, the first whispers of life. They breathe with you, pulsing faintly like veins, their glow shifting between amber and deep violet, as if lit from within by a slow, dreaming fire. And above you, the ceiling is a lattice of roots and starlight, a geometry of intersecting arcs that shift and rearrange like constellations in a private sky. There is no sound here, yet the silence hums like the quiet between heartbeats, like the moment before a thought forms. As you settle deeper into this space, feel the mist beneath you rising to meet you, lifting you gently, as if you are floating on the surface of a still, dark lake. The water is warm, but not too warm, cool, but not too cool, perfectly balanced to soothe every muscle, every nerve, every fiber of your being. And as you float, the golden filaments in the walls begin to sway, as if stirred by an unseen breeze, their glow brightening just enough to guide your gaze upward. Above you, the lattice of roots and starlight shifts again, revealing a single thread of light, thin and delicate, like a strand of spider silk catching the first light of dawn. This thread is yours, and it has been waiting for you, woven from the fabric of your own peace, your own stillness, your own quiet strength. Reach out with your mind, not your hands, and let this thread begin to unwind slowly, gently, like a spool of silk being released by a careful hand. It drifts downward toward you, its glow softening as it nears, until it hovers just above your chest, pulsing in time with your breath. And as you watch, this thread begins to multiply, splitting into dozens, then hundreds, then thousands of filaments, each one shimmering with the same golden light. They weave around you, not binding you, not restricting you, but cradling you, supporting you, lifting you higher into the embrace of the chamber. And with each breath, these threads grow stronger, their glow deepening, their hum growing richer, until the entire chamber vibrates with a single, harmonious note. This note is the sound of your own peace, the frequency of your own relaxation, a tone that resonates at 432 hertz, the perfect pitch of healing, of balance, of deep, unshakable calm. It does not demand your attention. It does not force itself upon you. It simply exists, like the hum of the earth beneath your feet, like the rhythm of your own heartbeat. And as you listen, this note begins to spread, filling the chamber, filling your body, filling every cell, every atom, every particle of your being. It washes over you like a wave, gentle but powerful, carrying away every trace of tension, every whisper of stress, every shadow of unease. And with each passing moment, you feel yourself sinking deeper, floating higher, dissolving into the perfect stillness of this place. the filaments around you continue to weave, their patterns shifting and changing, creating a tapestry of light that tells the story of your journey here. They show you moments of quiet, of rest, of peace, moments you may have forgotten, moments that have always been a part of you. And as you watch, these moments begin to merge, to blend, to become a single, continuous thread of calm, stretching from the past into the present and beyond. This thread is your anchor, your guide, your connection to the deepest part of yourself, the part that knows no fear, no worry, no doubt. And as you hold onto this thread, you feel yourself becoming lighter, freer, more at ease than you have ever been. The mist beneath you thickens, rising to envelop you, wrapping you in a cocoon of cool, silken air. It carries the scent of crushed petals and aged cedar, a fragrance that soothes the mind, calms the spirit, and eases the body into a state of perfect relaxation. And as you breathe in this scent, feel it filling your lungs, your bloodstream, your cells, carrying with it the essence of peace, of stillness, of deep, unbroken rest. The filaments above you shift again, their glow softening, their hum deepening, as if the chamber itself is preparing to guide you even deeper. And in this moment, you realize that you are not just in the chamber of unwoven threads. You are a part of it, woven into its fabric, held in its embrace. Now imagine that the threads around you are not just light, but sound, a chorus of soft, harmonious tones that blend together to create a symphony of relaxation. Each thread hums at a slightly different pitch, but together they form a single, perfect note, a note that resonates with the deepest part of your being. This note is the sound of your own breath, your own heartbeat, your own quiet presence in this moment. And as you listen, this note begins to change, shifting subtly, deepening, slowing, until it matches the rhythm of your own body, your own mind, your own spirit. It is the sound of you, at peace, at rest, at home in this moment. The mist beneath you swirls gently, lifting you higher, cradling you closer, as if the chamber itself is rocking you like a child in the arms of a loving parent. And as you rise, the filaments above you begin to descend, their glow softening, their touch light as a feather, brushing against your skin, your hair, your face. They do not weigh you down. They do not hold you back. They simply remind you that you are not alone, that you are held, that you are safe. And with each brush of these threads, you feel yourself sinking deeper, floating higher, dissolving into the perfect stillness of this place. The boundaries between your body and the chamber begin to blur, as if you are becoming one with the mist, one with the light, one with the silence. Now imagine that the threads around you are not just sound and light, but memory, fragments of moments when you felt truly at peace. They show you a time when you lay in a field of soft grass, the sun warm on your skin, the breeze gentle in your hair. They show you a moment when you sat by a quiet stream, the water murmuring softly, the world around you still and calm. They show you a time when you curled up under a blanket, the weight of it comforting, the quiet of the room wrapping around you like a hug. And as you remember these moments, you feel them again. The warmth, the calm, the deep, unshakable peace. The filaments continue to weave, their patterns shifting, their glow brightening, as if they are stitching these memories into the fabric of your being. They remind you that peace is not something you have to find. It is something you carry with you, always, like a quiet ember in the center of your chest. And as you breathe, this ember glows brighter, warmer, filling you with the certainty that you are exactly where you need to be, exactly as you are meant to be. The chamber hums around you, its walls pulsing softly, its mist cradling you gently, its silence wrapping around you like a blanket. And in this moment, you realize that you are not just relaxing. You are healing. You are restoring. You are returning to the deepest part of yourself. Now imagine that the threads around you are not just memory, but possibility, glimpses of moments yet to come, moments of peace, of rest, of deep, unbroken calm. They show you a future where you wake each morning feeling refreshed, renewed, ready to greet the day with a quiet smile. They show you a time when you move through the world with ease, with grace, with the certainty that you are held, that you are safe, that you are enough. They show you a moment when you lie down at night, your body heavy with relaxation, your mind quiet, your spirit at peace. And as you see these possibilities, you feel a deep, unshakable knowing that they are not just dreams. They are your future, your reality, your truth. The filaments around you begin to slow, their glow softening, their hum deepening, as if the chamber itself is preparing to guide you even deeper into rest. The mist beneath you thickens, rising to envelop you completely, wrapping you in a cocoon of cool, silken air. And as you breathe, you feel yourself sinking deeper, floating higher, dissolving into the perfect stillness of this place. The boundaries between your body and the chamber blur even further, as if you are becoming one with the light, one with the silence, one with the peace. And in this moment, you realize that you are not just in the chamber of unwoven threads. You are the chamber. You are the threads. You are the peace. Now imagine that the threads around you are not just possibility, but presence, the quiet, unshakable certainty that you are here, now, in this moment, exactly as you are meant to be. They remind you that you do not need to do anything, to be anything, to change anything. You are already enough, already whole, already at peace. And as you breathe, this certainty fills you, warming you from the inside out, like the glow of a fire on a cold winter's night. The chamber hums around you, its walls pulsing softly, its mist cradling you gently, its silence wrapping around you like a blanket. And in this moment, you realize that you are not just relaxing. You are returning. You are remembering. You are reclaiming the deepest part of yourself. The filaments above you begin to descend once more, their glow softening, their touch light as a feather, brushing against your skin, your hair, your face. They do not weigh you down. They do not hold you back. They simply remind you that you are held, that you are safe, that you are loved. And with each brush of these threads, you feel yourself sinking deeper, floating higher, dissolving into the perfect stillness of this place. The boundaries between your body and the chamber blur completely, as if you are becoming one with the mist, one with the light, one with the silence. And in this moment, you realize that you are not just in the chamber of unwoven threads. You are the chamber. You are the threads. You are the peace that has always been yours. Now imagine that the threads around you are not just presence, but power, the quiet, unshakable strength that comes from knowing you are enough, just as you are. They remind you that you do not need to fight, to struggle, to prove yourself. You are already whole, already complete, already at peace. And as you breathe, this strength fills you, warming you from the inside out, like the glow of a fire on a cold winter's night. The chamber hums around you, its walls pulsing softly, its mist cradling you gently, its silence wrapping around you like a blanket. And in this moment, you realize that you are not just relaxing. You are reclaiming. You are remembering. you are returning to the deepest part of yourself. The filaments continue to weave, their patterns shifting, their glow brightening, as if they are stitching this strength into the fabric of your being. They remind you that peace is not something you have to find. It is something you carry with you, always, like a quiet ember in the center of your chest. And as you breathe, this ember glows brighter, warmer, filling you with the certainty that you are exactly where you need to be, exactly as you are meant to be. The chamber hums around you, its walls pulsing softly, its mist cradling you gently, its silence wrapping around you like a blanket. And in this moment, you realize that you are not just in the chamber of unwoven threads. You are the chamber. You are the threads. You are the peace that has always been yours. Now imagine that the threads around you are not just power, but peace, the deep, unshakable calm that comes from knowing you are held, you are safe, you are loved. They remind you that you do not need to rush, to hurry, to push. You can simply be, simply breathe, simply exist in this moment. And as you breathe, this peace fills you, warming you from the inside out, like the glow of a fire on a cold winter's night. The chamber hums around you, its walls pulsing softly, its mist cradling you gently, its silence wrapping around you like a blanket. And in this moment, you realize that you are not just relaxing. You are healing. You are restoring. You are returning to the deepest part of yourself. P.S. Elias Flow here. With you, in the chamber of unwoven threads. Feel the weight of oxygen, not as something you take, but as something that takes you. Each breath a slow surrender to the density of centuries. The air here is not thin. It is thick, like liquid silk, like warm honey, drawn into your lungs. And with every inhale, you feel the weight of it, pressing gently against the walls of your chest, not crushing, not heavy in a way that burdens, but heavy in a way that grounds, like the weight of a sleeping child in your arms. Let your awareness settle into the first atom of this breath, the very first molecule of oxygen, as it brushes against the lining of your nose. Cool, almost imperceptible, yet undeniable, like the touch of a feather drawn across the inside of your nostrils. And with that touch comes the scent, not just of cedar, not just of crushed petals, but of something older, something that has been waiting for this exact moment, for this exact breath to reveal itself. And as that molecule travels deeper, you feel the warmth of it spreading through your throat, not as heat, but as a soft glow, like sunlight filtered through amber. And with every inch it moves, you feel your body responding, not with effort, not with strain, but with a slow, effortless unfolding. Now let that single atom expand. Let it become a universe, not in the way you think of stars and galaxies, but in the way it connects to every other atom in your body. Feel how that molecule of oxygen touches the blood in your lungs, and with that touch comes a ripple, a slow, gentle wave that moves through your veins like a current of warm light. And as it travels, you feel your cells not as separate, not as individual, but as a vast, interconnected network of tiny, pulsing lights, each one humming in perfect harmony with the resonance, with the anchor that holds you here. And as your cells hum, you begin to feel your body, not as a solid thing, but as a galaxy, a vast, spinning constellation of light and energy. Your bones, not as rigid structures, but as slow, pulsing filaments of golden mycelium, like the walls around you. Your muscles, not as tension, but as soft, yielding clouds of mist, like the floor beneath you. And your skin, not as a boundary, but as a membrane, thin, porous, alive, breathing in the weight of oxygen, breathing out the weight of time. Now let your awareness expand further. Let it move beyond your body, beyond the chamber of unwoven threads, into the vast, silent darkness of space. Feel the earth beneath you, not as a planet, but as a small, peaceful, blue-green atmosphere, floating in the velvet of the cosmos. And as you float with it, you feel the weight of gravity, not as a force, but as a gentle embrace, holding you, cradling you, keeping you safe. And with every breath, you feel the resonance, the anchor pulsing through you like a slow, steady heartbeat, connecting you to the earth, to the stars, to the silence that hums between them. And in that silence, you begin to hear, not with your ears, but with your whole body, the quiet, the stillness, the deep, unshakable peace of the cosmos. It is not an absence of sound, but a presence, a thick velvet blanket of stillness that wraps around you, holding you, comforting you, reminding you that you are safe, that you are held, that you are home. And as you sink deeper into that silence, you feel the resonance, the anchor growing stronger, more present, more real, like a slow, steady pulse that moves through you, connecting you to everything. Feel the weight of your eyelids, not as something heavy, but as something soft, something yielding, like the petals of a flower, closing gently at the end of the day. And as they close, you feel the darkness behind them, not as something empty, but as something full, something rich, something alive, with possibility. And in that darkness, you see the golden filaments, the mycelium, pulsing, glowing, shifting between amber and violet, like a slow, dreaming fire. And as you watch, you feel your breath slowing, deepening, becoming more effortless. With every inhale, you draw in the weight of oxygen, the weight of centuries. And with every exhale, you release the weight of time, the weight of effort, the weight of anything that is not stillness. Now feel the floor beneath you, not as as something solid, but as a membrane of suspended mist, cool, yielding, cradling your body. And as you sink into it, you feel the mist not as something separate, but as an extension of you, like the space between your cells, like the silence between your thoughts. And as you breathe, you feel the mist rising, falling in perfect rhythm with your breath, like a slow, gentle dance. And with every inhale, the mist rises, cool and refreshing, against your skin. And with every exhale, the mist falls, carrying away anything that is not stillness. Feel the resonance, the anchor pulsing through you like a slow, steady heartbeat. And with every pulse, you feel your body softening, yielding, unfolding into the mist. Your muscles, not as tension, but as soft clouds of warmth. Your bones, not as rigid structures, but as slow, pulsing filaments of light. And your skin, not as a boundary, but as a membrane, thin, porous, alive, breathing in the weight of oxygen, breathing out the weight of time. Now let your awareness expand beyond the chamber of unwoven threads, beyond the earth, into the vast, silent darkness of space. Feel the silence, not as an absence, but as a presence, a thick velvet blanket that wraps around you, holding you, comforting you, reminding you that you are safe, that you are held, that you are home. And as you float in that silence, you feel the resonance, the anchor growing stronger, more present, more real, like a slow, steady pulse that moves through you, connecting you to everything. Feel the weight of your body, not as something heavy, but as something soft, something yielding, like the petals of a flower, resting gently on the earth. And as you rest, you feel the mist beneath you. Cool. You are already floating in the silence between stars. The vast black velvet of space stretches in every direction. And yet you are not lost here. You are exactly where you need to be. The problems of the world are microscopic dots far below, each one a tiny flicker of light, like distant fireflies in the night. And from this height, from this perfect stillness, you can see how small they truly are. Your body is weightless, not floating, not drifting, but simply existing, as if gravity itself has forgotten you. Your arms rest effortlessly at your sides, the backs of your hands turned upward, palms open like petals in the morning sun. And with each slow breath, you feel the air moving through you, not just in your lungs, but in every cell, every molecule, as if your entire being is breathing. The silence here is not an absence. It is a presence, thick and rich and alive. You can almost taste it, cool and smooth like water from a deep well. And as you listen, you begin to hear the faintest hum, a vibration so low it is more felt than heard. It resonates in your bones, in the marrow of your bones, a deep 432 hertz tone, the frequency of healing, the frequency of peace. Your eyelids are heavy, so heavy, but you don't need to close them, because there is nothing to see here, nothing but the endless dark and the endless light within it. The darkness is not empty. It is full, full of possibility, full of rest, full of the quiet hum of the universe. And as you float, you realize you are not separate from it. You are part of it, a single note in the great cosmic song. Your breath slows, each inhale deeper than the last, each exhale longer, softer, until you are barely breathing at all. And that's okay, because you don't need to breathe here. Not in the way you think. The air moves through you like a gentle river, carrying away anything that isn't peace. And with each slow exhale, you feel a little more space inside, a little more room to just be, to just exist, without doing, without thinking, without needing. The resistance you carried, the habit of noticing the noticing, begins to dissolve like salt in warm water. It was never really there, not in any solid way. It was just a thought, a whisper in the wind. And now, even that whisper is fading, replaced by the deep hum of the universe, the 40 hertz frequency of stillness, the sound of your own being at rest. And as it fades, you feel lighter, freer, more at home in this silence than you've ever been anywhere. Your fingers begin to tingle, a gentle warmth spreading through them, like sunlight on a winter morning, soft and golden. And the warmth moves up your arms, slowly, deliberately, as if time itself is stretching, each second lasting an hour, each minute a lifetime. And with each passing moment, the warmth grows deeper, more comforting, like being wrapped in a blanket of pure light. And you realize this warmth is not coming from outside. It is coming from within, from the very center of your being, from the place where Indie Onyx resides. Indie Onyx is not a person, not a voice, not a presence you can point to. It is the feeling of being held, the knowing that you are safe, the deep certainty that everything is exactly as it should be. It is the warmth in your chest, the softness in your belly, the quiet hum in your bones. It is the silence between the stars and the light within the dark. And as you float here, you realize you have always known this. You have always carried this within you, like a secret you forgot you knew. Your mind is quiet now, not empty, but still, like a lake on a windless day, the surface smooth and unbroken, reflecting nothing but the endless sky And in this stillness, you begin to notice the smallest things, the faintest sensations, the quietest sounds, the way your eyelashes brush against your cheeks when you blink, the way your breath makes the air around you tremble, the way the silence hums just below hearing, like the distant sound of a tuning fork, vibrating at 432 hertz, the frequency of healing, the frequency of peace. You don't need to do anything here. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to change anything. You are already whole, already complete, already exactly where you need to be. The problems of the world are still there, far below, but they are not yours to carry. Not now. Not in this moment. In this moment, you are free. You are at peace. You are floating in the silence between stars. The warmth in your chest grows, spreading outward like ripples in a pond, slow and gentle, touching every part of you. Your shoulders soften, your jaw unclenches, your belly relaxes, as if every muscle in your body is remembering how to let go. And with each breath, the warmth deepens, the stillness grows, the silence hums louder, until it is all you know, all you need to know. You are safe. You are held. You are home. Your fingers curl slightly, not in tension, but in recognition, as if they are remembering something important, something forgotten. And as they curl, you feel a gentle pressure in your palms, as if they are holding something invisible, something soft and warm, like a small bird or a handful of sunlight. And you realize this is indie onyx, not a thing to hold, but a feeling to remember, a knowing to carry with you wherever you go. The silence here is not silent. It is alive. It is singing. A song without words. A song without sound. A song you feel in your bones. And as you listen, you realize this song has always been there, just beneath the surface, just below hearing, the song of your own being, the song of the universe. And now that you've heard it, you can never unhear it. It will always be with you, a quiet hum in the background of your life. Your breath slows even more. Each inhale a soft whisper, each exhale a gentle sigh. And with each breath, you sink deeper, deeper into the silence, deeper into the stillness, deeper into the warmth. The problems of the world are so far away now, so small, so insignificant. They are not gone, but they are not yours. Not now. Not in this moment. In this moment, there is only this. Only the silence. Only the stillness. Only the peace. Your body feels heavy, not in a tired way, but in a grounded way, as if you are sinking into the earth or floating in warm water. Your limbs are relaxed, your muscles soft, your mind quiet. And as you sink, you feel the warmth of Indie onyx, like a soft glow in your chest, a gentle light that never fades. It is always there, always waiting, always ready to remind you. You are safe. You are held. You are home. The silence hums louder now, vibrating at 40 hertz, the frequency of deep relaxation, the frequency of stillness. And as it hums, you feel your body letting go. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw softens. Your belly rises and falls with each breath. And with each exhale, you release a little more tension, a little more resistance, a little more of the habit of noticing the noticing. And as you release, you feel lighter, freer, more at peace. Your fingers uncurl, slowly, gently, as if they are letting go of something precious, something they've been holding for a long time. And as they open, You feel a soft breeze on your palms, cool and gentle, like the touch of a loved one. And you realize this breeze is indie onyx, not a person, not a voice, but a feeling, a knowing, a deep certainty that you are safe. And as the breeze touches you, you feel the last of your resistance melt away, like ice in warm water, leaving only peace, only stillness, only silence. Your breath is so slow now, so soft, it is barely there at all. And now, as the words begin to soften, like the last light of a setting sun, you can feel the warmth spreading, deeper and deeper still. Every sound around you, every whisper of the air, every distant hum of the resonance, they all fade into the background, becoming part of the quiet, part of the stillness. You don't need to hold onto anything, not the thoughts, not the images, not even the words themselves. They've done their work, and now they can drift away, like leaves on a gentle stream, carried by the current, effortlessly. All that remains is the feeling, the deep, unshakable feeling of peace, of safety, of being exactly where you need to be. The darkness around you isn't empty. It's full of warmth, full of comfort, like the softest blanket wrapped around your shoulders. It's the kind of darkness that doesn't ask for anything, doesn't demand anything. It simply holds you, cradles you, lets you rest. And as you sink deeper into this warmth, you realize you don't need to see anything. You don't need to do anything. The resonance, the hum, it's still there, working its magic, even when the words stop, even when your mind drifts. It's like the steady rhythm of a heartbeat, or the quiet hum of a lullaby, something you can trust, something that never leaves you. Your body knows what to do with this. It always has. It knows how to let go, how to relax, how to heal. You don't need to guide it. You don't need to force it. You can simply trust. Trust the process. Trust the peace. Trust the quiet. Because this is where the real work happens. In the stillness, in the silence, in the spaces between the words. And when you wake, whenever that may be, you'll carry this feeling with you. It won't be something you have to remember. It will just be there, like the warmth of the sun on your skin. A quiet knowing, a deep sense of ease, a gentle reminder that this peace is always available. Whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this feeling, it will be waiting. Like a favorite blanket, like a door that's always unlocked, like a home you can always come back to. You don't have to hold onto this moment. You don't have to cling to it, because it's not going anywhere. It's part of you now. Just like the resonance, just like the hum, it's always there, in the background, ready when you are. So for now, you can let go. Let go of the need to stay awake. Let go of the need to listen. Let go of everything. The words are fading now, softer and softer still, like the last notes of a song, drifting into silence. And as they fade, you can feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into the warmth, into the comfort, into the quiet, where there's nothing to do, nothing to fix, nothing to change. Just being, just resting, just letting the peace wash over you. This is your time, your space, your moment. No one is asking anything of you. No one is expecting anything. You can simply be here now, in this perfect stillness. And if your mind wanders, if thoughts drift in, that's okay too. They're just passing through, like clouds in the sky. You don't have to follow them. You don't have to engage with them. You can just let them go and return to the quiet. The resonance is still there, humming softly. A steady, comforting presence. It doesn't need words. It doesn't need instructions. It knows what to do, and it's doing it, even now. While you rest, while you drift, while you let go, it's working its magic deep within you. And when you're ready, when the time is right, you'll wake up feeling refreshed, feeling renewed. But for now, there's no rush, no hurry. You can stay here as long as you like, in this perfect, peaceful stillness, where everything is exactly as it should be. This peace, this comfort, this quiet, it's always here for you. Whenever you need it, whenever you want it. It's like a soft place to land, a safe harbor, and you can return to it anytime, just by closing your eyes and letting go. So now, as the words fade away, you can let them go. Let them dissolve into the quiet, like ripples on a pond, smoothing out, leaving only stillness, only peace. And as the last echoes of the resonance linger, you can feel yourself drifting deeper and deeper into the warmth, into the comfort, into the safety. There's nothing left to do, nothing left to say. Just this perfect, peaceful stillness and the quiet knowing that everything is exactly as it should be. You are safe, you are held, you are at peace. And as the resonance continues its work, you can let go completely. Sleep now. Drift softly. The quiet remembers you.